We welcome in the general manager of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Jarmo Kekäläinen, right now on the phone. Jarmo, the last couple of years, you guys would probably be buyers or termed buyers this time of year. This year, kind of in the selling mentality as we see Foligno and some other pieces leaving town. As the GM, and especially in this kind of different year, at what point did you make the decision that you were going to be selling this season?
Kind of just happened recently. We were sort of in the hunt, but we were never really playing consistently. So once we kind of fell out of the playoff race here too far back, we felt like it was a good opportunity to reload into the future and give us some assets to possibly do it quicker with using draft picks as assets in trades, or maybe we'll use them as the picks to fill the coverage for our prospect side. But yeah, it's a hard thing to do. It's disappointing. We've showed that when we thought that we had a good chance to go for it, we were going to load it up and go for it. Now we felt that we needed this opportunity to get back those assets that we gave up when we went for it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Jarmo, it's funny how time goes by. It doesn't seem like it was all that long ago that you were all in at the trade deadline. You made some great moves, and the Columbus Blue Jackets were pushing forward. Obviously, things change. You get injuries. There's different things that happen. Let me ask you this. Is it harder to be a seller or a buyer, in your opinion, as a general manager?
Well, if you're a buyer, you're usually getting the opportunity to compete for the Stanley Cup, so that's an exciting time, and you always want to have that mindset that your team's going to try to win the cup and has a chance doing it, and we want to always be in that group every year. But this year we felt like we were too far back and had to do the reload, and we're going to be back at it soon here. We got a group of really good young core players that we're going to keep building around, and you know, it's going to be exciting times for the Blue Jackets in the future as well. But we felt like this opportunity we couldn't miss to do the reload, and you know, it's hard to do with the players that you love and you went through the battles with, and such great pros like Nick Foligno, David Savard, Riley Nash, ultimate team guys, all of them ultimate professionals, and you know, it's sad to see them go. Certainly the worst part of my job, but it needed to be done.
You know, I know it's certainly a happier time to be a buyer, but is it tougher? That's like the thing I'm trying to figure out, like, because you've done both. Is it tougher to be the guy trying to buy, or is it tougher being the guy trying to sell?
Well, it's hard to say because we had some assets this year that were coveted. There were several teams after the players that we had, knowing that they're going to help them in the playoff push for sure. And then when you're a buyer, you're trying to figure out how much do you want to give up in order to go for it. You don't want to sell all your future by doing it, and the price has to be right. And at the same time, it's very tempting if you have a player in mind that you think that's going to make your group stronger. You want to give the locker room that push. You want to give the coaching staff that extra push, extra ammunition to really compete for the Stanley Cup, but you don't want to do it at any price. So at both sides, there's some difficult decisions to be made, but again, I think you always want to be in that position where you have the opportunity to compete for the Stanley Cup.
Jarmo, Bruce Boudreau here. Just wondering here, I know the Foligno family and their great character, and I always thought when we played against David Savard, he was a great defenseman for the role that he played. Is there any chance that when they were being traded that you had talks with them that they might want to come back to Columbus next year? Because I really do believe that both of them would be great fits again on your team.
That's a difficult question because I can't really comment on it now that there are other teams' properties.
Oh, okay, but, sorry.
I know that they both loved their time here, and they were proud to be Blue Jackets, and that's why they were here for a long time. So we'll see what the future brings.
How tough was that conversation with a guy like Nick Foligno, who is kind of the heart and soul of not only the team, but, you know, takes on the character of that city there in Columbus? How difficult a conversation is that?
It's difficult, for sure, but I was very open about it with Nick, once it came to the crunch time, I talked over all the options that we had on the table, and we were fortunate that the best deal for the franchise and for our organization was the same destination that he was very excited about. So it all went well at the end, and he's very happy to be going to Toronto, and we get the best deal for the organization.
Well, Jarmo, we know you got to run. We appreciate the time and more importantly, the insight, and we wish you and your franchise nothing but the best in the future.
Thank you very much.